In 7 attempts, the Bafana of South Africa had not had any victory over the Super Eagles of Nigeria. But on Saturday, June 10th, last weekend to be precise, the Super Eagles decided to relinquish their superiority over the South Africans. It is on this not so exciting news that I welcome you to another packed episode of Limitless Soccer. You know by now, and at this time on this station, we bring you the best soccer highlights across the world. My name is Bayonle Arashi. Welcome to the show. Let's whet your appetite with this Africa Confederations Cup teaser, and I'll be back on the show for more today. Welcome. Welcome back. The FIFA Confederations Cup kicks off in Russia this weekend. The FIFA Confederations Cup is the tournament that precedes the World Cup here, and you know Russia will be hosting the World Cup 2018. Of course, that tournament will feature 6 continental champions. Of course, Portugal, one of them as European champion, the Germans as world champions, and of course, all the champions across the world, African champions, are not left out in this particular tournament, which is Cameroon. And of course, the host country will also be a part of this great tournament. And do not worry if you miss any of the game. Be sure that on this show we'll bring you all the highlights of that tournament that is kicking off in Russia come this weekend. Last week, some great things happened to the young 3 Lions of England. They won the Under-20 FIFA World Cup in South Korea, to the surprise of everyone, including myself. Well, because that team was not given any chance in that tournament. And you know, the Under-20 World Cup is that great tournament where the stars of tomorrow are being discovered. Well, we have the highlight of that finals for you between the young 3 Lions, the England Under-20 team versus Venezuela, as well as the 3rd place match, of course, to start the show properly today on Limitless Soccer. Enjoy the highlights of the Under-20 World Cup final and the 3rd place game, and now we'll be back. Welcome back. The program is still Limitless Soccer today on this beautiful and wonderful station. Last weekend, most national teams were busy with different continental qualifiers. Of course, in Africa, Nigeria played host to South Africa at the Uyo National Stadium, and they lost 2-0. That particular game has really put a dent on the record of that particular young team. That team really young, of average age of 22 years old. But of course, that should not take off all the great achievement they have had. Of course, you know, this same team have won their first 2 teams in the World Cup qualifier against Zambia away from home. And of course, they've also defeated Algeria right at home. So I think the South African match will give them another chance to really plan better, and of course be able to win their upcoming World Cup qualifier against Cameroon, the African champions. We have the highlight of that particular game, Nigeria South Africa, for you today on Limitless Soccer, as well as other World Cup qualifiers across Europe and America, especially that game at the Azteca Stadium between the United States of America and Mexico. Did you see that goal by Bradley? Wonderful goal. I'm not sure a lot of us have seen that goal before, or will see that kind of goal again. From 45 yards, Bradley slotted in that brilliant shot against the Mexico goalkeeper. Watch the highlights of qualifiers from Africa to Europe and of course the Americas, and I will be back. Remember, Limitless Soccer is open to sponsorship. For sponsorship details, please contact the producer on any of the number showing on the screen right now. I'll be back after the highlights. Welcome back from those great highlights. I'm sure you enjoyed some of those beautiful goals, including the ones scored by the South Africans against our dear Super Eagles. But I'm sure the Super Eagles would definitely be back come their next game at home to Cameroon. Quickly, as we reach home stretch on the show today, some transfer news. Bayern Munich have signed the 22-year-old midfielder from Lyon, Corentin Tolisso, for 45 million euros. That great talent has joined Bayern Munich on a very huge money transfer. And of course, rumored also has it that Alexis Sanchez of Arsenal, he's almost signing for Bayern Munich, not confirmed yet. And I said the only reason why that particular deal is still being stalled right now is because of the wage Alexis is asking for. They do not want him to earn more than some of the players at Bayern Munich. And you know, Bayern Munich is one of the biggest brands in the world, of course. And of course, Manchester United have also signed Benfica defender Victor Lindelof for £31 million. Also, he is also 21-year-old. Manchester United, that's going to be their first signing, of course, beating the record of Rio Ferdinand, who was signed from Leeds United for £29 million some few years back. I hope this guy really brings stability to Manchester United defense. Those are some of the major transfer news we have right now. Of course, some other transfers are happening, but of course, be sure next week on the show, you're going to have more. And I'll be back after the short break. Quickly, before we say goodbye on the show today, the English Premier League will kick off on the weekend of 12th August, and here are the fixtures of that opening weekend, with Arsenal and Leicester City being probably the top game of that particular weekend, and Chelsea, the champions of the Premier League, will be playing host to Burnley. And of course, some new teams are also coming to the Premier League. And before we go, the highlight of Les Blues versus Three Lions, of course, it was a display of their players, the display of their stars. You know, France has some of the finest talent in the world of football right now. And of course, England, with that huge striker, Harry Kane, scoring from every angle. That game definitely is a game that you must not miss. So if you missed it, we have the highlights for you on the show. And of course, Argentina played Brazil in a friendly match as well. And who won that game? You get to see it, and I'll be back to round off the show today. That's our time this week on Limitless Soccer. Hope you enjoyed every highlight that we brought to you today on the show. This program is open for sponsorship. For sponsorship details, you can reach us via any of our social media platforms displaying on the screen right now, or call any of the numbers on the screen right now as well. And of course, you will be glad you definitely showcase your product and talent and products and service on this show. You'll be sure of that. My name is Bayonle Arashi. Till I come your way again next weekend, keep doing sport. Bye bye now, guys.